Oh my god, my fucking mic was muted. My fucking Windows update killed all my sound. Fuck! Sorry, guys. I'm running a bit late, but I'm here now. Hopefully my sound works for this stream. Let's go! Please play the music. If you don't, I swear to God. That is most definitely not coming through. Windows has broken all my sources. Are you fucking trolling me right now? You have to be shitting me. You literally... Oh, I know why. Settings. Hold on, in Discord. Audio. Where is it? Sample. This should do it. Fuck. This is like the worst day of my life, man. What the hell? Sorry, guys. This is fucking shitfest. Shitfest! Okay, it's working.
What do we have here? A little show.
What a fucking disaster. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know what that was. What happened?
Oh my god. Like, so yesterday my Windows updated. I didn't realize my OBS, all my sound sources had reset. So they'd all like gone to like gray as if my sources didn't exist anymore. So I had to like reset them all one by one. And I have like 3. So I mean, it took a moment, but we're back. We're here, guys. What a great day. What a great day. You know what? I'll give you some time with this. You got some time. Oh, it's not fucking playing, is it? See, this is what happens, Jaffe. It all goes wrong when shit breaks.
When the show starts.
Yeah.
Everything was great before we were on it.
Yeah.
We made something beautiful, something rare. A show about the strange with 2 idiots who care. I checked the list twice like a broke-ass Santa Claus, and all I found was me just grasping at straws.
Josh wore the bunny suit, Jaffe can sneeze on command.
We gave our all and still can't fill the stand.
Text the Messiah, other shows are eating fine.
But the Crypt stays crownless, like it's cursed by design. Just one little crown, one shiny little hat.
One brave bastard to say,
I'll pay for that. Your name goes right here, right in the song.
the best show on earth.
where you belong.
Such a trap. You're damn right. You're damn right. This is Crypt,
You're
baby.
goddamn right. Welcome to the show, folks. How are you?
Oh, I'm having a beautiful day today. Kinda. I mean, it's less hot in the UK today. Not for long. We've got like a couple of days off of heat. You guys have got it over there now. I hear.
Not here. San Diego, legally, it can't get above 72 degrees. So we've been, yeah, we have weather machines here. You know, people have those.
Yeah.
Shut up, Smoke Elijah, you whore. Smoke Elijah was in the chat earlier going, well, are you guys allergic to paying artists for your intros?
You're damn right.
Why are you using AI?
Well, actually, talking of AI music, you know, Jaffe, I released a new song today on the channel. I posted it.
I did see it.
Did you see it?
Play it a little bit. I did. I was a little...
That's you know that's a real singer. You know.
Yeah, I was a little bummed because I was excited it was going to be the other video you're working on.
That's going to be this weekend. So I'm a bit. Yeah. I'm like in the middle of that. I'm almost done. That's going to be on probably this Saturday when I have time to finish up the editing.
Yes, it was great. Saturday, what you put up was great.
Yeah, so Saturday we're gonna. Oh shit!
Yeah, brother. 5 new believers just rolled into camp. Totally far out,
Remo.
Remo,
we appreciate it.
Yeah, we can watch that because I'm sure a lot of people haven't seen it. But yeah, no. So we should do a duet as well soon, though.
I'm sorry, a duet.
Yeah, we should do a duet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oi, 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 oi. That's all I got.
No, there's shit you can bring. There's shit you can bring.
Listen, Remo the Chark, thank you so much for the 5 gifted members. We very much appreciate it. And then KC at the beginning of the show, before we started, also became a cash cow.
Yeah,
we appreciate that very, very much, you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this goddamn cockadoodie of a show. Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
We
Pastor
could just
King
do Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
That's a great fucking song. I couldn't if I tried. Now that's Elton John, right? Elton John
and Kiki D or whatever her name is. It Kiki D?
Her name is Kiki D. Somebody named their kid that. Okay, listen, by the way, we have big news in the movie world. We have numbers in the movie world, but we have a huge fucking show today. I am going to give you guys a quiz, and you're going to be absolutely thrilled if you make the cut, but I won't tell you what it is just yet. A motion picture called The Backrooms has entered the top 10 grossing horror movies of all time.
It done that
Number
well.
9. It's done.
I'm gonna be honest, Jaffe. I really thought when everyone was saying it was good, like it was okay, but it wasn't like actually really, really good. Because I couldn't really imagine that this movie about like a room that doesn't really have an evil villain and evil monsters and stuff was really that great. But maybe it does. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a trick here from the trailer. I don't know.
I think it's a decent movie. And you know, my son says, well, if you're a younger generation person, it probably hits harder because a lot of reasons Backrooms and liminal spaces work for younger. I mean, I still really liked it and thought it was creepy. I just didn't think it was amazing, especially in the third act. But would you like to know the top 10 grossing horror films of all time?
I absolutely would, yeah.
I bet you would. Well, okay, number 10, Get Out. That's a great fucking movie. Number 9 is the newly anointed Backrooms. Number 8, top grossing horror motion picture of all time, A Quiet Place. Number 7, Chapter 2. Number 6, Sinners, which I thought was great. Number 4, and expect this one, actually number 5, expect this one to make more money before it's over. The only bigger success story than Backrooms this summer, Obsession, coming in at number 5. Ooh. That thing only cost $75,000 to make. It is made worldwide. Shit. It is made worldwide over $330 million goddamn dollars.
Okay, that's remarkable, genuinely.
Yeah. Yes, The Exorcist is 4, Jaws is 3, The Sixth Sense is 2. I was very...
What?
Sorry?
Jaws. Jaws is up there. Like,
you're laughing.
I mean, it's you know, I mean,
it's one of the best horror films ever. What are you doing?
Are you fucking for real? It's like Tremors. Is Tremors number 1? Tremors is the best horror movie of all time.
One of his best 5 movies ever made. It still holds up. Little Kittner boy
What, Jaws?
died. Yeah, Jaws.
No Jaws.
Just brilliant.
No Jaws.
Oh man.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that.
The number one film though, I really take issue with because it's probably up there. I don't even know why it's up there. It's probably up there because of marketing or whatever. But the number one motion picture of all time, and it was fine, is the new adaptation of Stephen King's It.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, really? That's
I'm surprised at that. Well, I think the marketing
yeah.
was really good for that one. I think it was really well marketed, and people liked the whole idea of the scary clown because everyone's scared of clowns. And
I suppose, yeah, no, they did, yeah.
And it was very well marketed.
It had Finn Wolfhard, who was kind of on the cusp of becoming like a teen heartthrob from Stranger Things, so he was a big reason a lot of younger people went to see it. I mean, it was a good movie, but I didn't think as the I don't know what to tell you.
Well, Tremors is better than Jaws, so that's the one that pisses me off.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Just fucks
You're
me
going
off
to
a lot.
hell. You're going to hell.
Why?
Because if you think Tremors, which is a fine motion picture, is better than the masterpiece that is Jaws, you're going to end up in hell. Is basically what that means.
Maybe if they remake it for my Zoomer brain, then maybe I'll like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you ever see Great Deep Blue Sea from Rennie Harlan with Samuel Jackson?
No, I haven't.
That's
seen
a shark movie. It's a great shark movie. Great shark movie. You know what I watched? Oh yeah, Hereditary is great. Poop guy, 100%. You know what I watched yesterday? I finally got around to seeing Project Hail Mary, which I liked. I was expecting it to blow my mind because it had been talked about so much, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be great." It was good. It was really enjoyable, but I don't. It didn't stick to me like, oh my God, I got to see this over and over. But,
People want us to talk about the new time slot. How are you feeling about that, Jaffe? You're looking real good on that schedule, I will say. I know.
I saw the message you sent to me yesterday. I thought it was great. I'm excited for it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, now some people are complaining in the chat about, they don't like that Keemstar's making the shows 90 minutes instead of 2 hours. And I get it. I think our show has enough juice to go, but not every show does. And maybe they just couldn't make the math work where some were 90 and some were 2. And
you know what it was?
Because I know there are some people who can make 2 hours work, but some people have to stretch it out.
Well, your mama and Keemstar have been saying, those two have been explicitly saying this, that they see that a lot of people in their last half an hour of the show, it looks like they're running out of speed, they've got nothing left, and like they're looking at the clock almost, which I personally have never done on any show. Maybe on some Reapers episodes when it was a really boring day, of course, but on this show, I've never looked at the clock. I promise you that. Since I started with you on this show, I've never checked that clock once, motherfucker. Half the time we run over, and I'm like, oh God, Alpha, what about that show?
We always go over. We always go over.
We always go over.
1, 2, 3 says this show can barely 5 minutes work.
Oh, 1, 2, 3 is in my music video, because some of the chat are in the music video, because I copy and pasted all their names into the, I don't know if you saw that.
Over on the right, yeah, the chat.
I simulated it as like a live stream. We should show it at some point, but I don't know if you want to get into a story first, and then we'll show it after.
David Seeger, thank you for the super chat. I know I need to get back to you as well. I just watched Lee Cronin's The Mummy recommended. Yeah, we watched that. I think we watched it on this Discord a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think you did.
Great.
I wasn't there.
It is really disturbing. I enjoyed it so much. So I agree. Check it out if you're curious about it. One other piece of movie news, and I'll move on. They announced or they revealed how much Millie Alcock, who plays Supergirl, which I guess is bombed.
Millie Alcock,
yeah. Can you guess what she made to star in Supergirl?
I would guess she made, I don't know how much, I don't know what the average film star's paid per role. They're like doing a big film, but I'm guessing it's like 20 mil.
No. So look, well, for her, she's never.
Oh, she's new because she was only in House of the Dragon. That's where she had her first big break. So I would guess like 2 mil.
No. So like the big stars, like The Rock can demand anywhere from 20 to, believe it or not, 40, or they can demand a little less, but they'll take $1 or a percentage off the first dollar even before they're into profits, right?
Right.
And the woman who was in Obsession, by the way, who she only got paid, I think I think she may have only gotten paid $20,000.
Holy
shit! What she got paid.
She got robbed.
But then again, yeah, but well, no. So there's a lot of people upset about that. But it's a low budget movie, and now she probably will get an Oscar nomination, and she's just signed up
her career as well.
Yeah, that's kind of the dance you do. But Millie Alcock got paid $400,000 to star in Supergirl. So I imagine, you know, your agent and all that shit, you probably take 40% with all those people, agent, PR, you know, so 40%. So now you're down to let's see, 100K. 40, so 60 times 4, you got 240,000 left.
Well, that's the same taxes and stuff, yeah. Like so 200K, should we say?
You make about 180 for probably about 3 months of work and then a month of publicity. That's not bad. It's not bad when you're new to the game. You know what I mean? Absolutely. I think
that's her first major movie. You know.
Oh yeah, it's just her first only movie. I understand.
It must be because she literally got picked up with House of the Dragon and made it through there. So
yeah, she actually said after House of the Dragon, I saw an interview with her where she said she went and got a job at a bakery.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, and she was just like, I assume, you know, actors don't work all the time. And, you know, it's not like she got rich playing that character in House of the Dragon. And so, but then she said she got the job at the bakery and then she had to turn him down because she got Supergirl. But, you know, and then I saw the kid, there was a show in America. I don't know if it was successful over there or a big show called Who's the Boss?
Never heard of it.
Where you guys, okay, it was a show over here with Alyssa, whatever, and Tony Danza. Anyway, there was the little brother guy is now like doing Milano? Like 5. Yeah, Alyssa Milano. He's doing gig work now as like a Uber driver, along with taking roles when he can get it and stuff. And it kind of made the news and everything. And it is, I think what's weird about it, when you see famous people or people who have been in these roles, it's not that it's like a lot of people are like, oh, you shouldn't job shame. And I don't think, I mean, some people are assholes.
Oh, Gary Coleman got a lot of shit in the past because he was a very successful child star. We all know that. He got a lot of shit for running security jobs and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, there was a guy that I think bullied him quite famously filmed him and stuff, and he had like a crash out, I think.
Right. And then there was another guy who was in one of the Cosby shows. He was but the thing is about it is I just think it's interesting because these people, these characters, because they're on TV, they kind of become like family and friends, and they kind of get elevated. And so it's not so much that you can't understand why somebody who was on a hit show 30 years ago is no longer making money from that. It's just, in your head, it's like, yeah, but you're that guy from that show.
You're that guy. You're that guy.
You've ascended. You've ascended.
You're like a god so now.
Who would you be stunned to learn as an actor or singer or something? Oh yeah, can you imagine if Eddie Murphy was doing Grubhub?
Jim Carrey.
Why did you order this?
Because Jim Carrey disappeared from the acting world, you know, like he's vanished pretty much. He reoccurred recently, but
he would probably do it just because he's like, oh, he's such a. I like Jim Carrey, but he's a very woo-woo guy where he's like, I'm playing the role of Jim Carrey, and we all, he's into kind of the consciousness, which I think is great and is probably somewhat correct. But he probably would do it just because he's like, I need to step into that role to experience.
You're damn right he would.
But I don't know. But yeah, whatever. So I thought that was interesting that she's come out.
That is very interesting.
Told people how much money she made.
Wait, are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to be quite open with how much they've made? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are in NDAs and shit like that. And
I mean, in this case, I'm sure there are cases where you're not able to mention that. But in this case,
I guess she was, or she made an error. Who knows?
Yeah. May I tell one more story about television? I agree, Poop Guy. Melissa Benoist was a way better Supergirl, just like Grant Gustin was the perfect Barry Allen. Oh, I know. Well, they want, I love Melissa Benoist. I love Barry Allen. What's his name? Grant Gustin. I love when they teamed up and they did great team ups. It was whether you love or hate comic books, the best representation of comic books, like the actual comic books, was what they called the Berlantiverse, which was the CW shows, which was Green Arrow and Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow and The Flash. I mean, it felt like the comics. It was great. But anyway, do you know this? This is interesting. This is my last TV bit. I'll move on.
No.
Do you, when you watch television, do you ever go back and watch shows that you've already seen when you have new shows to watch, but you pick ones that you've already seen?
I do rewatch ones I've already seen 100%. Like I really love The American Office for a lot of reasons. I've seen that like 8 times through from start to finish.
Right. Do you know why you do that instead of watching? Because there's probably a bunch of new shows people have said, oh, you need to watch this, you need to watch that.
Yeah, it's because I've tried some of those new shows and I personally don't find the connection when I watch the new thing and I go, oh, this is just like, it's not, you know, doing it for me. So I'm like, okay, well, let me just rewatch an old classic that I know is going to make me feel good and make me feel happy. And, you know, it's that kind of thing. Like I've rewatched Game of Thrones too, like 3 or 4 times through and stuff like that.
Well, I want to give you some stats because it's neuroscience has tackled it.
Oh, why are they saying that we're all mentally challenged?
No. They say half of American TV viewers rewatch something at least once a week. Nearly 50% have rewatched the same season 3 or more times. The TV series, for example, Suits, ended in 2019, but became the most watched show of 2023. The algorithm is designed to keep you looking at new stuff. And so neuroscientists wanted to figure out, why do we keep going back? And at first they thought people were lazy. When we're mentally exhausted, we naturally gravitate towards familiar shows. It says your brain already knows the characters, the plot, and what's coming next. You get the reward without the effort. There's nothing to figure out, and you get all the satisfaction. Familiar content can be more rewarding than new content because you get the comfort of anticipation, recognition, and resolution all at once. A new show has to earn your attention. Game of Thrones just has to continue to exist. But here is the one I thought was most interesting as we're talking about Gary Coleman and, you know, these actors who are just normal people doing normal jobs, which is normal men, which is innocent men. As they're doing that, they say research shows that when people feel lonely, they often turn to their favorite TV shows and feel better. After hundreds of hours together, the characters feel like your friends. Familiar faces, predictable relationships, and a world you already know. Maybe we don't rewatch shows because we love them. Maybe we rewatch them because they feel like home. Well, I don't think it means people are crazy.
It means like they're parasocial freaks who just want to feel like we have friends that we don't really have because we don't have them because of modern social media and modern technology that is crippling our social lives. Oh my God.
I think that is true, but I don't think that is true here, although it probably can be. I think this is more... I'm obsessed right now with the show The Pit, and I've already burned through the first 2 seasons, and I know they're not real. I'm not a fucking moron, but I will follow the actors on Instagram. I will watch interviews with them. I like these people, or I like their characters, right? It is. And if you ever take a walk, I assume it's the same in the UK, Joshua, but I'll take a walk sometimes and I'll look in people's windows.
Oh, of course.
Right. A nighttime walk. And 90% of people are just staring at a television, right? And it is amazing when you think about it. It's like just sort of if you were an alien species looking at this, and it's like these people come home from doing something and they sit down and they turn on this box that shows them stories and they just watch them all night and then they go to bed. There's something fascinating about it. It's something disturbing and cool. Like in 1,000 years, people will go, can you believe people used to be entertained by... They'd come home and watch this little box and it
then
would
go to bed afterwards.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, I mean...
All right. Now's the point where I shut up and let Josh talk. Sorry.
No, I mean, I think that's very valid. When I go out for a walk, I mean, the way the streets are designed, it's not like you're going up to the windows and looking in, right? Like you're walking past and as you go, or are you? Are you doing that, Jaffe? Because you might be, but, you know, it's like you walk past and you can see, like, because the lounge is usually the front window for us in like a lot of terrace houses, and so you'll see the TV just on as you're walking past, and you'll be like, oh, what are they watching? You know, you're like, oh, they're watching that shit. Of course they are. Fucking loser. You know, it's pretty classic. It's pretty classic. But yeah, let's I'm gonna show you guys my song for those who haven't seen it. It was inspired by basically the people in this universe, the hosts, because I just can't believe them. It's inspired by many hosts, not just the ones on Lolcow Live. I'm just going to show it here because otherwise, you know, you may never see it, guys.
Listen, yep.
And then after that, we'll get into some fucking crazy stories that I found. I found some crazy shit, Jaffe. You won't believe the shit that I found out.
I bet you have. It's been a good weekend for crazy.
It's been a good weekend. It has actually. I was thinking that when I was going through the stories. I was like, oh my God, it's been a great weekend. Yeah. All right, let me share this
for us, not necessarily for the people who suffered, but for us.
Oh, no, of course. Yeah. All right, let me just make sure. So, I need to move that. Wait, I should probably switch again. All right, hold on. I got to unshare. I've got to get this box away because that'll make it not work well.
Ladies, gentlemen.
Damn thing. Okay. All right. Have you seen it yet, Jaffe?
Oh yeah, I watched it this morning. That was good.
You did? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna run it. I'm gonna full screen it.
Ladies, gentlemen, lurkers and clowns and peasants of the LCU, welcome to the workhouse of public opinion.
Fucking hell. What's this?
Repo the Genetic Opera.
Oh.
Now we did watch that about 2 months ago in the stream,
did?
but I'd watch it again. It was very interesting. It was very strange.
Okay, I like very strange. Thank you, Mother Si. I appreciate that one. You know,
it's a musical. You'll like it too. It's kind of like.
Oh, is it?
At first, the first 20 minutes of it feel like it's trying too hard, but then it kind of feels like in a different time it could have been the next Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's batshit. It's good.
I'm sure I'll like it. As long as it's not like too cringy, because I don't really like Grease that much. I think Grease is pretty shit, but...
lurkers and clowns and peasants of the LCU, welcome to the workhouse of public opinion. Tonight's lesson is simple.
I'm turning the CCs off.
Stand for nothing.
It's so confusing with the
Smile
CUI.
through everything. And when in doubt, pander to the chat.
One thing I want you to look out for, I've got 123 in the chat. He's one of the only haters that's coded in. He gets timed out at some point in the video. He gets timed out by a mod. I don't know who does it.
I was watching it on my phone, so I couldn't see it. So, okay.
Yeah.
I woke up as a gentleman with principles and class. Then I saw the numbers dipping, so I threw them in the gas. I said, my friends, I love you all, with a tear upon my cheek. Then forgot your name completely by the middle of the week. I'll say that's very brave of you. If the donos start to climb, change my firm opinion for a $5 at a time. Bless you, sir, fake it, sir, cry a little more. Shake the little money tin, take a bow by the door. Oh, I had morals once, so polished, bright and grand. Then the chat said pick a side, so I sold them second hand. Pander to the chat, smile and take a bow. They always love them, even if you don't know how. Pander to the chat. To run the workhouse, now I'm running out today. He panders, with his posh little hat. He panders, pander to the chat. He panders, pander to the chat. If the jackal hates a person, then I hate them twice as much. I'll call them quite appalling while I'm praying they stay in touch. If the chat decides they love them, well, my heart has had a shift. What a brave, misunderstood angel, what a complicated gift. I'll publicly condemn you with tremendous moral force. The message you at midnight saying, love you, mate, of course. Two-facer, quite racer, beautifully fake. Change your mind with confidence and call it growth for sake. I'll say I hear your struggle with a soft and noble tone, while checking if your heartbreak can become a shorter loan. I'll weaponize forgiveness, I'll monetize regret, then call it being honest if the check has not cleared yet. If they want me soft, I'm gentle. If they want me cruel, I bite. I'm whatever gets the workhouse for another bloody night.
I assume it's meant to look like Keemstar, right?
No!
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
You get tell them that you care. Now look sincere for 7 seconds. That's the money stare.
Do I believe what I'm saying?
It kind of does, I guess.
Remotely. Why can't they every viewer? Statistically impossible. Do I change my values for approval? Only when necessary. And is it necessary?
Constantly. Wait, I've seen the chat. Perhaps I've been too harsh. I love you all sincerely from my soul and not my arse. Your takes are all tremendous, so profound and so elite. I agreed before you typed them, I was merely being discreet. If you hate him, I detest him. If you like her, she's a queen. I have always held this viewpoint since 17 seconds ago on stream. I'm not chasing your approval, I just value what you say. And if the clowns arrive this minute, I may value it all day. Marvelous, sir. Integrity. There go all his principles collapsing joyfully. Bring out the ledger, bring out the bell, bring out the tears that we pretend to sell. Bring out the outrage, bring out the rats, bring out the host who will pander to the chat. Pander to the chat. Smile and take a bow. Say you've always loved them even if you don't know how. Pander to the chat, let the little coins go clink. I'll become whatever the chat demands, I think. Pander to the chat. Every clown receives a bow. I was master of the workhouse, but the chat is master now.
Peasants feel heard, the crowns feel cherished, the host
I would have
feels
ended it
righteous.
there. I thought it was
And
a little
nobody
long.
has learned a thing. Now fetch my cane and warm my gruel. I've got opinions to manufacture.
Should have ended there.
Now fetch my cane and warm my gruel. I've got opinions to manufacture.
But I mean, that was it. I mean, yeah, when I saw the time, I was like, oh, wait, shit, I made a 4-minute song. This is probably not a good
Yeah, it's
idea.
a little long, but it's
Yeah.
really good. Were you singing it or was AI?
That was me.
That was you. Oh, it was great.
You didn't think that was
We should do.
That's my voice. You can literally hear it.
I don't know. It sounds. Look. That's the brilliance of AI. I can't tell the difference
Are
anymore.
you fucking trolling? Are you trolling me, Jaffe?
I didn't know that was your voice. No,
That's
I knew
crazy.
you made it. And, well, everything else was AI. I assume.
Well,
the
yeah, I
voice
have
was
to have
too.
help. I'm not a fucking full-on musician, am I? I did the song. I sang the song though.
No, it was good. It was good.
I wrote the lyrics,
And
sang the song.
We should do a LCU musical at this point, like a live touring show, 5
should.
cities, and do like an hour and a half musical, and then like a Q&A afterwards with everybody.
You're
who's in it,
damn right. We should do a musical. You're damn right.
You know,
Who do you
because
think
that's
will be the
it's
opening act?
Well, it's a story, right? So it would. I look at that guy. That guy would be the Keemstar guy.
Of course.
You know, playing that role. You may play it, but it would be the role of Keemstar.
Yeah.
And so it opens with that, and maybe you know what it is. Maybe it's 2 stories. It's a story about Keemstar, you know, losing his interest in the LCU,
Oh.
and then but then this person who's just an audience member, who's like deciding, I want to be a host so badly. That's like their dream.
Yeah.
And so we follow both until they ultimately meet, and then it revitalizes.
Please accept this as my pandering donation. 100 points, Sparkles. Hashtag Crypt Gang.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yeet. We appreciate it very, very much.
Thank you. I do appreciate
I thought
it.
it was great. I also like that you said, I hate Turbo. That was pretty good.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you got to slip those in when you can. You know what I mean?
We're sitting around last night. We're all watching the goddamn movie, Project Hail Mary, and suddenly from the other end of the room, we hear Tech shouting because he's on Discord.
He's a loud motherfucker. He loves the
He's
LCU.
yelling at Turbo. He's like, "What the fuck did you do? You banned me. You banned me from the fucking Discord because I was just posting the script to the B movie." And it's like, and you said that the Discord said it was spam. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, son of a bitch? And I was like, oh my God, dude, shut the fuck up.
Who banned who?
Yeah. I think he got banned or blocked from the Discord.
Timed out, I think.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
Big Jono, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Josh appreciates. Let me tell you something. I have a goal.
thank you,
unless
Jono.
you want to set a different goal.
No, we can set a
tonight.
goal.
Thank
We
you,
do
Jono.
need to. We fucking need to. We're dying out in
There
these
are
streets.
2 horror films that I really want to watch that I'm going to watch tonight. If you guys want to watch them with me and we make the goal, I'll let Josh decide the goal.
Oh, God.
I will start them at 7:30 California time. So it's not too late. Not too late. And so what two horror movies on the Discord
until
tonight.
we move
One of
time
them,
slot, we have to be reasonable with our goals because we are getting fucked by Queens hard. So I would say we make it a dollar amount rather than members, because I feel like members might be harder to achieve.
Okay.
And we just do we reach a total amount for the stream, and then we'll do it. So we're on right now. Hold on, let me work this out. Fuck me. I need to pull up the YouTube things. Out the way, YouTube thing.
123 says, Jaffe, you are one of the worst storytellers. Here's one.
No, he's not.
Once upon a time, there was a guy named 123, and he died because he was an idiot. The end. Is that good?
Okay, 123. That was a good story. Come on, bro. That was well told.
You gotta fucking love it. You gotta fucking love it.
That was well told, man.
But the two movies would be Hokum, which is the movie with Adam Scott, a haunted house movie that just came out from the guy who directed Oddity, which we actually watched a few weeks ago, Oddity, which was great. And this has great reviews, Hokum. And then the other one is this, what is that movie called? Let me check. It's about the woman who has the podcast and she hears the ghost.
Jesus. She has a podcast and she hears a ghost.
It's called, let me see what it's called. Hang on.
It's nothing to do with Glammy Lammy.
No.
Nah. Okay.
Let's see.
That's a shame, you know.
I know.
Oh, shit.
Alien Red Heart.
Thank you. We appreciate that, Trash Girl Pearl. Thank you very much.
Undertone is what it's called.
Okay.
Undertone.
Wait, so
horror movie called
Undertone and Hokum.
I'm going to watch them both tonight anyway. So if you guys want to watch them in the Discord, we'll have to meet Josh's goal.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty boring, poop guy. Go fuck yourself. What do you mean it sounds boring? They're horror movies. Horror movies are the best fucking genre.
You're going to be thrilled. All right, I'm just setting the goal now. Bear with me. I'm just pulling it up. You can just talk to him.
Hey, Trash Girl, thank you so much, buddy. Trash Girl Pearl, thank you so much for the Alien in the Heart. We appreciate it very, very much. Very generous, buddy. Mighty Scooby, Undertone is the podcast horror. Right. That's right. And then the other one is called Hokum. So I've not seen Hobo with a Shotgun, but here's what I have seen. I've seen a news story coming out of Texas. Now, I don't want to get too political, but it's impossible not to. And I don't know why. People are not absolutely furious about this, but here's the goddamn truth. The Texas State Board of Education voted to approve a mandatory reading list that includes Bible passages and stories for public school students. It starts with elementary school and then it expands into middle and high schools. The Bible excerpts are part of a broader mandated list of around 200 texts. Elementary students will be assigned picture books, versions of stories like Noah's Ark and David and Goliath. As students get older, they will read specific scripture passages. There are no other religions. The Quran's not in there. It's not a comparative religion class. It's not saying, oh, here's a story from the Torah. Here's a story from the Quran. Here's a story from the Book of the Dead. It's all the Bible. And I'll tell you something. People should be furious, but we're too stupid not to be furious. Blackout Boy says it's historical text. If it's taught as historical text, then I don't have a problem with it if it's taught in a history classroom and it is taught with other historical texts. It's not being taught that way. There's a big difference between saying, hey, kids, there's this thing called religion, and here are some of the things that blah, blah, blah.
Carry on. My headphones are, I need to get a new this is buzzing. Just carry on. They can still hear you.
Yeah. So listen. Tony says Satanist Jaffe. They should teach that too, or they should express it to the children as well. You know this is bad. I mean, unless you don't, if you really think this is okay, then you're not trolling me. I just don't know what to tell you. I would say that here, as we approach the 250th anniversary of America, and you don't understand why this is a problem, then I think that you should not be celebrating on the 4th of July. You should not be allowed to go out there with your little American flag and cry when someone sings that proud to be an American. You don't have a right to say you're a patriot if you don't understand why this is tragic, is what I would fucking tell you. I would fucking tell you. Yeah, I don't celebrate the 4th anymore. I mean, I celebrate the ideals of America. I like the ideals. I love the ideals. But where we're at right now, what's there to celebrate? Maybe the fact that we can still live and fight against this tyranny, this bullshit. Welcome to the goddamn locale Crypt. Now, here, I can't show you that yet because I can't share my screen. We'll wait for Josh to come back. Let me show you something different then. Okay, listen to this. Listen to this. Hang on. Let's get Seed Rank. Been a member for a month. Thank you, buddy. Today's current political climate, secular humanism isn't true secularism. If it was, there would also be pamphlets of skepticism next to religious ones. Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, there's absolutely no. There's no intention here for actual discourse. It's meant to indoctrinate people.
I'm surprised Houston shut down half the school libraries and shut down almost 15 schools this year. Don't even bring up special education here. That's out too. LOL.
Bree, thank you so much for supporting the show. We appreciate it, and we appreciate being part of our community. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I mean, we are making our country so fucking stupid. And it really is. I mean, there's a point where you just have to look at it and go, could maybe the UK take us back? Or could Canada take part of us? Like, I saw somebody put a map up and it was like Canada, and they came in and just annexed the west and east coast and let everybody else have fucking you guys can have the rest of America. That's fine. We don't need it. We don't fucking need it. It's some bullshit. America is one of the dumbest countries in the world, says Alice in Wonderland. Wow. I don't know if that tracks, but it certainly feels true. That's for goddamn sure. Do you know where?
Do I know where?
Well, I don't know. I'm always bad about moving on to a topic if people have more to say. So I'll just wait and see if Josh has more to say or the chat has more to say.
The last thing I heard was you talking about the intelligence rather than anything else, because I literally lost sound. It was like fuzzing like crazy. I had to like clean out my port, and because I couldn't find the cable and I was freaking out, and I was like, oh god. And I have to keep it twisted to a certain way to hear you now, which is going to be annoying.
Giving up and letting Republicans take over the country, and the 4th is our word, Jaffe. I didn't say I was giving up. I didn't say I'm letting the Republicans take over the country. Nobody said that. But I'm not going to sit there and pretend that these people, I mean, literally, if you go out and watch fireworks and they play all this patriotic shit, and there are people out there shedding a goddamn tear, and you go up to 95% of them, and you ask them what they think about this ruling in Texas,
they have no idea.
They probably have no idea, and then they'll say, "Oh, I love it," because they're fucking morons who don't actually understand America. Hang on.
Not historical text. The story of Noah is stolen from earlier stories. The Epic of Gilgamesh and the Epic of Atrahasis, to be precise.
Yes, the vast majority of those Bible stories in the New and Old Testament, and all of religion stories, steal or build on top of what came before. That's how it's I forget the way, I know Joseph Campbell talked about it, but there's a term, an anthropological term of sort of that, what is it called when you, like, it's not osmosis, but where you take narrative and that actually sort of travels through culture and everybody ends up sort of drinking from the same well. The state fair at the White House this weekend was insane. Thank you, Trippy Savage. That was, nobody showed up. It was junk.
Nobody showed up.
Well, Trump had this, the Great American State Fair or something, which I think.
Is that why he did all the fountains in DC? Because I know he's been on a spin doing that.
This guy is such a fucking moron. Yes, so all of his fountains, which fucked up, right? There's paint peeling off the bottom. There's algae now growing in it.
Fabulous. Yeah.
But then they put this big thing called the Great American State Fair, and it was just apparently it was like that Willy Wonka thing, the Willy Wonka festival that everybody made fun of.
Yes, the one in Wales. I'm going to talk about that.
Yeah, if you look at pictures from this weekend, it's like that. It's just junk. Yeah. It's just junk. It's so low budget and junk and embarrassing, and it's crap. But anyway, you know, what are you going to do? And hey, somebody says, why don't you go to Canada then? Because why doesn't America get their shit together? Because I do believe in the ideals of America. I believe in the
nice thought.
Well, the experiment is brilliant. And sometimes when you're experimenting, you know, you fuck up or you drop the ball a little bit, but that's okay. But I'm not going to quit unless it's just not doable. But
I just think there are some crazy stats though, where it's like, because I was researching online last night about why it feels to me like almost very not real when I go to the US and I see like people out in the street having these mental health crises and stuff like that, and they said apparently it's actually quite common for a lot of people that have come from like a European country or the UK, for example, and go to like somewhere like LA and experience what's going on around there and then come home. Apparently there is a lot of culture shock around like, wow, like there's so many homeless people, wow, they're all like really like fucked up mentally, they're all like on a lot of drugs that are very dangerous, and they're like attacking people and all this other stuff. Like it's insane.
Yeah, America is in a really bad place right now. I mean, it is in a bad fucking place right now.
It's not like you have to try and find it. Like as a tourist in Los Angeles, it'll just come out at you. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's now to be fair, I've not seen in San Diego.
San Diego's very nice. I went to San Diego, Jaffe. Very nice place. I saw one homeless person, and they were actually harmless. I will say that. I will say that. Very nice city as well. I loved it. I loved San Diego a lot. It was my favorite place I went in Cali by far.
Right. Did you hear about, speaking of, because Viva says people from Africa come here because a group of people will hunt and rape them to death just because they speak a different dialect of the same language. Yeah, I don't have a problem with people coming here. I understand a lot, you know, I think we need to do it better than we've been doing it, but
yeah,
did you see this movie? There's a guy who, his name is Yuva Bowl, and he was very well known for making some of the worst movies ever, and he would get these rights to video games like Far Cry and House of the Dead, just junk.
Wait, is this guy the reason why a lot of video games have like the bad rap for, like, you know, all video games turn into bad movies? Because there's that whole thing like with the World of Warcraft movie and all that.
He's contributed, whether or not, you know, but no, his were super low budget, like barely $1 million, right?
Okay.
But he was, you know, he was loud and obnoxious and banged the drum. He was better at marketing than filmmaking, that's for sure. And this guy ended up, like at one point he got in a boxing ring with critics that said his movies were bad to fight them. I mean, he's a nut. He's a nut.
What?
But he just put out a movie this weekend that's doing really, really well, because Elon Musk tweeted about it and said you need to watch it, and it actually has a good trailer, and it stars that guy Armie Hammer, which I think is such a weird name, who was accused of cannibalism or whatever, but he's been in some big movies back in the day. And it's about a guy who basically goes on a killing spree in Europe against a lot of immigrant, specifically, you know, Muslim immigrants and brown skin immigrants, because, and this guy's like a German, his dad was probably a Nazi.
Citizen Vigilante it's called?
Yes. And it's, and you know, people are fucking watching it, and it's not connecting because it's a good motion picture. It's connecting because people have that issue right now, I guess, mostly in Europe. So it's kind of crazy that anybody can make a fucking hit. The trailer wasn't bad. I watched the trailer and was like, did this guy learn to make movies? But clearly not.
So it's a guy who notoriously makes very, very bad movies from game IPs, but now he's turned around and put out something decent, is what you're saying?
No.
And you think they're resonating with it because of the immigration problems? That's
the only reason. And because Elon Musk tweeted it, because Elon Musk is a piece of shit too. But no, look at the reviews on this movie. The movie's junk.
Well, yeah, I saw that, so I was wondering. I thought you said it was good, and I was like, it doesn't look like it's doing so hard.
Oh no, the trailer was good. I watched the trailer and I was like, what the fuck? I watched it this weekend, says Plunderphonics. There's a weird long sex scene with Army Hammer. Movie was pure trash. Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. Anyway.
That's a fair opinion, Sam. It probably was absolute shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it, but I definitely think that there is money to be made. You know, you see it all the time. You know, like that Melania movie that was all.
Yeah.
That was you know the hardcore red state people just thought it was the greatest thing ever. And it's like, well, you know, it's a piece of shit if you watch it.
Can I ask?
If you
why was there a movie on Melania Trump? Right? Like, to me, that makes no sense. Now I understand there's a lot of like first ladies who get like all these different things, you know, wherever they get, yada yada. Why did they do a movie on her?
My understanding or guess, it's probably somewhere in between, educated guess, I would say, is that I believe Bezos funded it, is an Amazon Prime thing, and probably because, you know, he's doing favors for Trump. That would be my guess.
This might be one of the worst rated movies of all time. 1.6 out of 10 on IMDb, 10% Rotten Tomatoes. And actually on Amazon, obviously, Amazon UK, 2.7 out of 5. So this is Melania. Which I'm surprised she even has a movie. I must have missed that in the news, because what the fuck? Why?
Right.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, let me read the blurb so people can, if you don't know about it too, can laugh at this with me.
You can share your screen. I can't see it.
Yeah, let me pull it up. This is like, I'm reading the blurb right now. I'm like, what? That's the sell here? So it says, so these are the ratings here in summary. 20 days before the 2025 presidential inauguration, Melania Trump navigates the complexities of the White House transition as she prepares for the role of First Lady once again. That is a terrible...
Yes.
Like,
and
plot.
Brett Ratner directed it, by the way, who is a notorious Hollywood sexual offender.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he directed some hit movies. He actually had the rights to do the God of War movie. And it ended up being that I don't know who told him no, but he ended up taking a bunch of the stuff in God of War that he was prepping to do and put it in his Hercules movie with The Rock. But I was thrilled that he ended up not being the director. But he's a very famous Hollywood sex pest, Brett Ratner, and so he directed this movie.
Okay.
It says it was either pitched to Bezos during a dinner at Mar-a-Lago, or she pitched it to her advisor. Yeah, I mean, you know,
that's funny though. Hey, look, budget was 40 mil, and box office 16.7. That's wow.
I mean, yeah, it'll make its money back on home video and all that, but not video, but streaming.
I mean, it's presidential memorabilia, maybe. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Like, why the fuck would you want this?
The people like the people, you know, it's like those religious movies, or every now and then you'll see a movie at the box office. It's like number 1 or number 2. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And it's like, oh, this is a movie that all the churches have told, and all the Fox people have told their people, go see this weekend and all that shit. And it's not because it's a good movie. It's because it's kind of propaganda that speaks to a group of people that like what they're saying, which is fine. They have that right.
Yeah.
Hey, cheers from Dingle, Ireland. Hey, buddy. Hey, big mistake. How is Ireland? I hear Ireland is amazing.
Now,
big
mistake. Ireland is a very beautiful place. You should absolutely. Oh, Dingle's beautiful. I've been to Dingle. It's very nice. You know, what I'm saying is, big mistake. I think landed in the UK. I think on the, I don't know if it was the hottest day. It might have been the day before the hottest day. And I think I ended up saying I was like enjoy the non-AC. And she was like, just landed and it's so hot. I'm like, yeah, it fucking is. Big mistake. Is it much hotter than Cali? Come on, be honest. Make sure the people know. We need to get boots on the ground reporting.
We know it is.
It's unbearable.
It's 72 degrees here. It's sunny and 72 degrees here.
But I mean like even in equal measure temperature, it's just like worse.
Oh yeah. When it's hot here, it's not like that. You guys have the humidity too, right?
Yeah. That So I'm talking like if the temperatures were completely equal both sides, like it would feel like fucking 100 times worse here. It feels like death. I don't know. I don't fully understand why. I mean, I get humidity and all that, but I think there's a lot in London as well where they say that it can feel like 50 degrees warmer almost, which I thought was an insane thing to. I saw that because of like all the the heat island effect or whatever they call it. I can't remember the exact.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it regardless. Be safe. Have a good time over there, buddy. You're about to move to the South. Oh yeah, I lived in the South for a long time. The humidity there will get you, but I love the South. But I hate the racism. But I love the South.
Love the South, hate the racism.
You goddamn right. This movie's #1 on Amazon and #2 on Apple as of 2 hours ago.
This one?
Yeah. How does it? Wait a minute. It has a 93 Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, that's gotta be bullshit, right?
That's the audience score, right?
And there's no critic score.
Yeah. There's 7 reviews. If you they are. There's variety.
This wasn't even out yet by release.
No, it's totally out. But if you go look at the critic reviews, they are shitting all over it because it's a piece of shit. Look at it. I mean, that guy gave it a point. That guy gave it a 0.5 out of 5.
Holy shit, that is very low.
Yeah.
Oh, let's read it. Let's go 7.5.
Yeah.
Let's read this review. Oh wait, is it a video review? Oh shit.
It's a video. I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch a video. No. I wanted to do like a quick summary read of like. I guess this is a summary read.
Yeah.
Yulbol lassos Army Hammer with his latest noose of ineptitude and citizen vigilante, a hypocritical heap of trash, plundering the hoary vigilantism template of Death Wish and magnifying its xenophobia through the beacon of far right. What is that word? Agitprop.
Aggressive propaganda, maybe. I don't know.
Agitprop. I guess it is.
Now, Film Threat gave it a good review, which is crazy. But look at
this one.
They're a relatively big
that.
site. Click on the review. It must be written. Let's just go to the last paragraph and see what they say.
Okay, it is written. Let's have a look. We'll see their summary, right?
Okay. Understands exactly. Oh, go ahead. You do it.
Citizen Vigilante understands exactly what it's tapping into, even when it pushes further than most filmmakers would dare. Take my advice, see this one, and expect to feel conflicted about it, because that's the point. We need to talk about what's going on in the world loudly, instead of burying it and cancelling those who speak out. I'm not saying I agree with everything Sanders does. I'm saying a movie willing to be this controversial deserves to be seen and argued over, rather than pushed aside as the as the rantings of a lunatic.
All right, fuck it. We'll watch it tonight. That'll be the movie if we make the goal. 7:30, we'll watch Citizen Vigilante. How about that?
So that's all it took, is just this one paragraph on this review, and you want to watch it and give it a try and see?
Because it sounds like, because here's what I will say about it, though. As an American, I cannot speak to the European complaint that I do hear, and I can't tell you if it's real or not. Right, which is a lot of these people are coming, immigrating to our country because of, problems in their own country. Yes. And they don't want to assimilate, and they're bringing a lot of demands and expectations. And it's such a culture clash that it is not only meaningfully devaluing our normal day-to-day way of life for us, it's also, in a lot of cases, there's a threat of danger that sometimes becomes more than a threat. Now, is that a true statement that is happening everywhere, or it's an isolated case that the politics blow up to make into some kind of reason to vote right wing?
No. So for me, I consider myself very centrist, and I feel like you can't deny when there are official statistics and numbers, that point towards a problem. At least that's what I believe, right? So when there are numbers and stats to back up these things that are being perpetuated by people that have emigrated to a country, in flee of asylum, so they say, when half of them usually aren't. It's just because they want a better quality of life, which, fair enough to them. But it's like, there are proven to be tons of issues in countries like Germany, in France, in the UK, and there was a huge inquiry that came out the other day regarding, I told you about the rape gangs, the Pakistani rape gang. There was a huge inquiry that came out in the UK the other day, and there was another thing in the news, I think yesterday, where the British Scotland Yard, which is like a police division like you guys have, like all your organizations, they came out and said there's 1,200 cases around that that subject of the rape gangs in London alone, that they need to like re-investigate because of the inquiry that came out. Because there is a lot of pushing aside because of, oh, you know, we don't want to be racist, we want to pretend that everything's fine, and they just want a better life and it's all happy and dandy. You know, I'm all for that. I'm very in the middle. I take the liberal side of, you know what, I'm happy for people to try and find a new, better life. I love that. I actually love the idea of immigration. What I don't love is seeing a country that can't take on that, you know, and then the people that are coming over aren't the best that you would want from those countries. Because I would love, we live in a very diverse country as it is in Britain. Like London is 40% immigrants, you know what I mean? Like, and for the most part that's very beautiful. It works very well. But there is a huge problem right now with people seeking asylum, and there's a lot of documentation on it.
Okay, so assuming that it is a valid complaint as it relates to this movie, I certainly,
that's why,
you know, yeah, I don't support what this guy is doing, the character, but at the same time I can watch, and I don't support what Michael Douglas did in the movie Falling Down, but I could certainly understand the rage filtered through, you know, some kind of entertainment in order to just at least make some people feel heard, because I would be losing my shit if I had to put up with people, and I'm the most progressive guy you've ever met and ever will meet, but if people were telling me stuff isn't happening, like I'm pro-immigration as well. I'm not pro-open borders, but I'm pro-immigration. And people are saying that's not happening. And I'm like, dude, I see it everywhere. I would be like, I would get why people would be furious at this point.
I think it's just because, you know, a lot of government does tend to like give the idea that, oh, everything's racist, everything's offensive, we can't do anything about it, so that it just happens and happens and happens and happens and happens, and it's gotten to a point now where it's like they can't ignore it, and the numbers just don't lie, and the things that we're getting on video every day coming out of all these major cities in Europe are just, you know, they don't lie. you can't look at a video and say, well, this is all fucking fake and gay, you know, when there's tons of it coming out constantly and constantly and constantly.
It would be great if someone could tackle this in a, and I'm sure someone has, and it wouldn't be, you know, the fact that Uwe Boll, the worst filmmaker of all time, is the only guy to be making something out of this is unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
I just think he's locking on something that everyone's very emotional and upset about, in the hopes that he gets those good reviews like that, just based purely off the fact that that's what people feel we need, or, you know, he's fighting the problem.
He's got the #1 movie on Apple and the #1 movie on Amazon. He doesn't give a shit about the reviews right now.
That's crazy though.
Pastor King says there should be compulsory classes for immigrants to study and understand the culture, and psychological help for those traumatized by war from the start. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Ricky says stabbings in the name of Allah, lots of extremists in the UK. I can't speak to that. I'm sure those are cases that has occurred, but I can't speak to if there are, if a lot of it is religious based. I do think a lot of it is culture based. Ricky says he's riding a subway and a 14-year-old has a machete in his backpack. Yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just too much. I don't know. It's but I'm guessing that's why it's #1 movie on Amazon.
Yeah. We are never going to do, we'll only do movie goals on weekends though, because we cannot, nobody cares about our movie. Let's watch movies on weeknights. I was going to say, hey, I'll watch tonight.
Well, they did that one time with The Housemaid, but I think that's because you sold it really well with the book. And
no, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck not our audience. Fuck the movie.
We need to talk about, you know what we need to talk about before we do another story? One thing I really want to talk about. So obviously, like, Madhouse, for me, I loved watching it. I think you loved doing it, okay? Yeah. Now we're moving to a time slot. I feel like I want to build more for this show and have it be more of a fucking Madhouse that's more out there and crazy, and we really plan. Now, I'm not saying you need to dedicate hours and hours and hours of your life, because I'll build whatever we need, but we need, I think what we should do, I think the people are crying out for a show like Madhouse again. I think that's what we need.
Well, define it. What do you mean?
So, you know, the one thing that stood out about Madhouse is at the very start, you had the little wacky intro where, you know, I think it was a live intro each time as far as I knew. You did like the live animated intro, and it was very interactive, and like, oh hey, check out, and he would come across with the little pushy trolley, and you'd be like, what have you got today? And then like it was just wacky all the way through from start to finish. It just felt very alive because it was just like so out there. It just pushed past certain barriers of. Well, what's the best way to put it? I don't know. I mean, it just elevated for me regular conversation into being more fun. It was just wacky and crazy, and probably talked about things that made some people uncomfortable. Sure, but
so topics is also.
I think the topics is really important. Like the selection of topics. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we can do that.
So I say we move more towards the wacky and the crazy interesting, but we still do movie stuff, of course. But as opposed to
go ahead.
As opposed to like more serious political conversations that not everyone can get involved with. We do maybe
we just do no more politics.
I think that's a good idea moving forward.
Politics, and I think there should be a political show on the LCU. But maybe we don't do it on this show.
Nah.
All right. Would you like to know? Well, let me ask you first. What do you think about pink lemonade?
I've never had it.
Really?
I think the closest thing I've had to pink lemonade is maybe a marijuana when I was in the US. I can't remember.
Like pink lemonade marijuana?
Yeah, I think so. So.
I love pink lemonade, but the guy who made it has died. And here's the story. And I can't verify it. There's like 3 stories, but the most famous story is that pink lemonade was created at the circus.
Okay.
And the circus stand ran out of water one day. So he found a tub, the guy who died, in a dressing room and filled it with water and mixed it with lemons and sugar. But he didn't know that an acrobat had just washed his pink tights in the tub. The color tinted the lemonade and it sold like hotcakes. So that is where pink lemonade is.
Wait, sorry, what was tinting it?
A leotard of one of the acrobat. His
really?
Tights, pink tights, yes.
It's
pretty gross.
It's insane. So that's where it originates from.
There's 3 places it may, but it's definitely from the circus.
Way.
And nobody knows which of the 3 stories is true. But that's the most famous one. And the guy who invented it.
What is the flavor of pink lemonade? Is it like a ginger or something? I don't know what the combination is here. So is it regular lemonade with some?
I would guess it's got the tint, and it probably has a little more sugar. It's sweeter than lemonade.
What
but yes,
makes pink lemonade pink? Let's find out.
Well, no, I would look for the origin. They just use dyes these days.
They just use. So is it so you're telling me though? Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to work out. So you're telling me modern pink lemonade is just regular lemonade, but it's just colored pink
with more sugar. I think that's what I think. Okay.
That's what I wanted to know. All right, the origin of pink lemonade. So you said it's from a leotard. The origin story is associated. They're from traveling circuses, like you said. Yeah, a 1912 obituary credited the invention of the pink lemonade to circus worker Henry E. Sanchez, saying he had dropped in red cinnamon candies by mistake. So I guess there's a few stories.
Like I said, there's 3 stories. The one that most people believe and most people tell is the one about the tights and the.
That's funny.
My nephew's in the chat. He says strawberry. So they put. Are you saying strawberry lemonade? I mean, is pink lemonade strawberry? I just thought it was sweeter, but maybe they do put it in strawberry.
Yeah, well, no, it says here about the pink tights one that he sold it as strawberry lemonade, so rather than pink. And then he saw his sales double due to the color alone. That's insane.
Pastor King says, I'm never trying pink lemonade now. That's not how they make it today, Pastor King. This is how it was invented. Don't worry about it. You'll be all right. You know what you won't do and be all right? Shut up, Jaffe. Do it again. Can I have another take? Look. This was in Kentucky. Usually when I bring you these stories, these are stories that
I know this one. I was about to... Oh, my God. Yeah, I know it.
Go ahead.
No, I want you to do it. I want you to tell it, but I know this because I was going to go into this one next myself. That's crazy. Hey, that weekend news was good.
It was a really good weekend for weird. But usually these kinds of stories we're about to tell you happen like in some very small or third world country, not developed. This happened in Kentucky, which is kind of like a third world country, not developed.
No one ever talks about it, right? Like, I mean, it's like one of the states that no one ever talks about, no one ever mentions, no one talks about visiting. It's just sort of there. The only thing that it's really known for is KFC, right?
Well, yes, and it comes up a lot when people do stories about the least educated place or the place with the least health insurance. It's usually in the bottom three of almost any. I want to find out real quick. I'm almost certain it is. Let's see.
So what, it has the most least educated individuals in Kentucky?
No, just states.
But like, okay, the most of all the states.
So West Virginia is the least, followed by Mississippi, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Kentucky. So yeah, it's in the bottom five.
Well, considering this story, maybe this person was a fucking genius.
Yes. Well, go ahead. Tell the kids what you won.
So there's a guy from Kentucky. He died of a drug overdose in 2021 in October. The doctors said he was gone. There was no sign of life whatsoever. He had no reflexes.
Brain dead.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. He had brain damage, dead eyes. He was gone. He was literally gone. His family agreed to donate his organs, as any good person. And they had a ceremony honoring him as a donor. But then, as they wheeled him into the surgery, I shit you not, his sister noticed that he was opening his eyes and looking around desperately. Yeah, like this. Like, actually, like a fucking chicken, losing his like chicken necking everywhere. Lose it. Like, that is freaky as hell. That is freaky as hell. But staff told her, they were like, it's just the reflexes. It's fine. It's just natural reflexes. So 1 hour into the surgery, apparently the man woke up, thrashing around on the table, and he started crying. How the fuck is this possible? So there's two surgeons, and they refused to continue the surgery, and they walked out of the operating theater. They literally walked out.
One does, because it would be murder.
Yeah. And he said, I'm out of this. I don't want anything to do with it. And the surgery was cancelled. The man is still alive today, by the way. What the fuck? How does that happen?
It says they were about to take his heart. Well, my understanding is because he had the walk of honor, or whatever they call it, when all the hospital staff and stuff gathers in a hallway and they pay their respects and stuff like that. And so there is a lot of stories. There are a lot of stories I hear about these organ donors just being very aggressive because they assume most cases aren't going to be this, and the sooner they get the body and the parts from the body, the better for the recipient. But the fact that the fact that he was at a hospital, now again, this is the fifth stupidest state in America, so maybe that's what it is, but that he not only in the morning had opened his eyes and looked around, and they said it's just reflex.
No.
But then when he's doing it again later in the day and he's tracking things and they're like, it's just reflex, you would think that somebody would have said, you know what?
Let's check.
Let me do a little checking here. But they were starting to take his heart out. They were preparing to take his heart out. And
imagine that though. Imagine that, right? And then it's like he went to his own memorial because he was alive. It's crazy. And it's like
it's bad.
It's like how does a doctor declare him basically brain dead or literally brain dead, and then maybe the doctor was the one that was brain dead? Maybe he was diagnosing himself.
Right.
Maybe he couldn't diagnose anyone because he's brain dead.
Well, Pastor King is right. Maybe they were more interested in harvesting him than saving him. If those people didn't walk out, he'd be chopped up, says Plunder. Yeah. But I mean, again, there's all this shit that happens that we just trust. There was a story last week as well about a guy whose dad had disappeared, I think in the 80s. And they found the body in the woods, and they didn't quite know. It said the remains were very damaged by animals. because he had been there for 8 months undiscovered. They found the body. They couldn't determine how he died, but they had a funeral. Some people said it was suicide. Some people said it was something else, but no one ever really knew why this guy was dead. So they bury the guy, and the guy's son, who just was like, the mom, I think, said, we don't know how he died. And the mom told the kid it was a hunting accident, right?
Right.
And so when he goes to sign up in the military for some reason, the paperwork he needed was his dad's death certificate, which listed the cause of death as unknown. And so he got really curious, like, what do you mean it's unknown? I thought it was a hunting accident. And so he got very focused trying to figure out, well, what happened to his dad, to the point that he ended up getting the dad dug up. So they could, right. And like, in May 2019.
Okay.
And they got the results back, and the DNA of the person in the grave wasn't his father. So whoever,
God.
Yeah. So whoever was buried for 30 years and called his dad was not his actual father. They don't know what happened to the actual father. Maybe he was a fucking secret agent or something. But the real father is still, they don't know where he is. And this guy who was buried for 30 years, and they were putting flowers on the memorial and going to the graveside and all that shit, won the guy they thought it was. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you when it comes to that, or having your heart harvested before you're ready. You know, all this shit, man, all this shit, we don't fucking know. And I'll tell you something else. In the chat, somebody says, Ricky says, remember the times when graves had bells built in? You goddamn right. We should go back to that. You know, Saved by the Bell is based on, they would bury people sometimes alive, unintentionally.
Right. And there was a little bell on there in case it moved and it rattled, then you knew they were alive by accident.
They were like, hey, I woke up in here. And sometimes there are great stories, great, they're tragic, but they're great to read now, where people would dig up somebody because they thought they had heard something and they had died, but there were just massive blood and claw marks and fingernails on the bottom of the coffin.
Okay.
Because they were trying to get out. I mean, it's some crazy shit out there. Some crazy shit out there.
Must sue for this. They're going to sue, right? Both of these people, like the guy that woke up in the surgery, the guy that found his dad.
The one who woke up, I don't know, because he's from Kentucky, because he's probably too stupid to know he could sue.
Probably.
But the other one probably could. Can I show you this real quick?
Yeah.
This is a casket. This baby died, and the parents were beside themselves. This is like in a funeral home museum now. And they were going to kill themselves and be buried with their baby. But the last second, they decided not to do it. But this is a casket built for 3.
That's for 3 people.
Yeah, built for a grieving couple who plan to be buried with their kid. They changed their minds. The casket was never used, and now it's on Natural Museum of Funeral History. Isn't that something?
That would be a weird museum to go to. I'm not sure I'd be too interested. It depends what the variation of exhibits are. Is it just going to be coffins or... I don't know. I'd be so thrilled. I
would certainly want to look into it and think about going, because it sounds like
pictures. It's one of those ones I have to see some shots of the place first, or like have an idea of what they've got.
There's a medical weird medical history museum, which has
that sounds more interesting.
I absolutely love museums that are off the beaten path. Yeah. I think that shit's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, you could be. Yeah, Boopy says 3 people or 1 turbo. Turbo probably would still need a bigger coffin. Speaking of coffins, I am absolutely
soil, releasing nutrients that feed the tree growing above. Instead of tombstones, each tree is marked with GPS coordinates, allowing family members to locate and visit the exact tree anytime. They place the body in a curve.
That's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool. I wouldn't want that. I don't want to degrade, but I love the idea that my kids could be like, oh, that's dad's tree. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's an idea, I guess. It's not like it's not like disgusting or crazy or anything, I don't think.
No, I think it's neat.
Anna G said she would do it. That's one.
I still think I'm going to go with cremation, but I'd think about it because I like the idea of my kids having a tree in the yard that they can just go, you know, my dad's in the yard,
even better. If they were definitely going to keep the house somehow. What happens if you move out? Do you take the tree with you, I guess?
I guess you could.
That'd be weird.
This is that museum of just weird science and stuff. So like conjoined
is that
twins.
dick on a guy's head right there? What is that? Or a leech?
Let's see what this is.
I'm very curious what this is supposed to be.
What am I looking at?
Thank
And
goodness
he
for
says, yeah, I have no idea what this is. Let's see. Why can't it be bigger?
Why can't it be bigger? Jesus.
I mean,
wow.
Zing.
A man of many expectations. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Look at all this stuff,
huge.
man. Look at this guy.
Yeah, these are
Human
insane.
remains. I love.
Yeah, I mean,
like
this kind of thing is more interesting to me than a funeral home, or what was it, a coffin museum, or funeral history. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd be interested in that.
Yeah.
You know what? Sorry, go on.
No, I was just saying, I mean, my kids aren't too, oh my God, is that the biggest piece of poop ever? Or that's the colon? I don't know. My kids aren't too old for it now, but it would have made more sense when they were school age, but I would love to take a road trip across the country and just with the primary goal to be stopping at all the strange, weird museums. I think that would be a delight.
I like that idea a lot.
Yes. The Witch Museum in Salem about the witch trials and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally into that stuff. Okay, what is this? That is
a dick on a head, man. That is a cockhead. Oh, was it a horn? It's a horn. It looks like a horn. Almost
it's
like
a common horn.
Yeah, it's a common horn.
Representing a severe case of cornucutaneum, a condition in which compacted keratin forms protrusion of lesions on skin that has been overexposed to the sun. The human horn grew for 6 years.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, there you go.
No, I've just looked at the fucking screen share of what it looks like normally, and it's not nice to look at, but I can share it.
I like how you can get a postcard. It's like I want to send it. Hey, I miss you, love you, miss you, wish you were here.
This is what it looks like typically.
Let me see.
Which is definitely a trigger warning for those that don't like gross-ish stuff. But it ain't that bad.
Oh, it's pretty bad.
Is it?
It's pretty fucking bad. Yeah, I hate it. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad.
Because the one on the Mutter Museum is so extreme that it feels like you're
not real.
Okay. Right.
Feels like
the
they're
one you
trolling
just showed, yeah,
It feels like they're pulling your todger.
Yeah. But this is where a lot of these myths come from. There was a woman who was killed back in the 1600s because they said she was fucking chickens because she had a baby that looked like a fucking chicken and human.
That is
disgusting. But it turned out it was a medical. Obviously, she hadn't fucked a chicken. Hang on, let me see. Baby chicken born woman accused. Let me see if I can find a picture.
I'm pretty sure that's quite a normal thing to do. Anna G for $5 says, Jaffe, did you ever go to that museum exhibit where they showed muscles and bones of real humans? I saw it as a teenager. It was very interesting.
Yes. Bodies something. I saw it. It's where you donate your body. In some cases, some of these are really shady things, right? Where like in China, a lot of times there'll be prisoners. Like if you go to the one in Vegas, for example, that one apparently is no bueno because there's a lot of they don't know where all the bodies have come from. But if you go to the official one, it's more Body Works or something. It's more on the up and up where you will go and donate your body and they will basically do this process where they go through and they are able to sort of run stuff through the veins and arteries and all that. Have you seen? Bring it up if people know what we're talking about. I'm sure you guys have seen it, where it's basically bodies without skin and bodies without muscles and all kinds of different things to actually show people what anatomy is like, and not just for people. It's mostly people. Yeah, they're all the same. Yeah, body. I don't know which one is the.
I think this is the one. I mean, this is a museum. I don't know where it is. Let me share it. I guess they turn them out or something. Exhibitions. Also, I guess it's around the world. So Europe, Germany, America,
Yeah,
San Jose.
it tours. Yeah, it goes all over the place.
Oh, it's a traveling one, is it?
It depends, but there's a lot.
Okay, where are we?
It's all the same. There you go.
This
so
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Exploring the body like better. Here we go. Fascinated human bodies. I mean, these visuals are crazy. 8 full bodies and more than 60 anatomical specimens have been provided by Gunther von Hagen's Institute for Plastination. Explore the smallest organs,
crazy.
the most complex systems, including nervous, respiratory, cardiovascular, urinary, reproductive, digestive, and locomotive. There we go.
Yes. They have a woman in one of these where she died in a car wreck and she was pregnant. And
that's crazy.
They have her, but they also did the work with her fetus, which was crazy. So
well,
I'm trying to find this.
What, there's better pictures of it?
No, I'm trying to find the one about the chicken, the woman who gave birth to this.
The woman who gave birth to a chicken. How the fuck? Chicken. It was like a baby that looked. It was a baby that looked like a chicken.
It was a baby with massive deformities. It was called.
Hold on.
There's like 4 things it could have been. Here, let's see. In 1726, the woman managed to convince people that she was giving birth to rabbits.
Mary Toft?
It was. Yeah, but that's not the one. I thought it was Mary Toft, but it's not. But I'll find it for the next show. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, we'll find that for next time. But talking. I mean, that sounds like something she'd have to be very committed to do. And I want to get into talking about commitment, Jaffe. Okay.
Okay.
I want to talk about commitment, and I mean real commitment, Jaffe, because there's this woman in Michigan. The great state of Michigan. Her name is Monique. She's 48 years old, and she is so committed to Pinot Grigio that she smuggled a full bottle. Yes, Pinot Grigio wine, white wine. She smuggled a full bottle into jail inside her vagina, by the way. An unopened, full-size bottle of Cupcake Vineyards Pinot Grigio. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, kind of like that. I'll tell you about another story after that, very similar to this, actually. She got banned from CVS. She kept going back, stole wine, drank it in the bathroom, got hospitalized for being too drunk, and the moment she got out of hospital, she went straight back to the CVS, got arrested again, but they didn't know she had another bottle hidden inside her internally. This woman's a fucking legend. Terrible human, but what a fucking legend. She is dedicated.
Well, she's a goddamn alcoholic is what she is.
Yeah.
Maybe she wanted her baby. Was she pregnant? She wanted her baby to have some alcohol.
I don't know, but I feel like Cupcake Vineyards wines should really name a wine after her. They should call it like the Monique Merlot. Best served internally.
People are
that'd be fucking crazy.
It's like we know some of our customers are alcoholics, but how good must our wine be? If she put it in her coot.
Yeah, honestly, they should use this as marketing. If they don't, they're missing a trick. They're missing a real trick.
100%.
It was a full-size bottle, by the way. It wasn't any fucking mini version. She put a full-size.
No. Yeah, you got to get the good stuff.
Yeah, there was actually a woman on British TV, because we have like crazy TV shows over here, Jaffe, like Naked Attraction, where you go on the show and you like show your vagina
we have that here actually. It's from you guys, but it's on Netflix.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like we're on our TV, we're very open to nudity and stuff like that. Well, so that was a while ago. I think I was very young at the time, and I remember watching it and being like, "What the fuck is this?" Because I was like 12. But there was a woman on Big Brother many, 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 many years ago, and she was in the garden. Her name was Kinga. Now, to all my UK brethren, you've heard of this bitch. Oh, you've heard of her. She fucked herself with a wine bowl, a very large one at that. I think it was a champagne bottle, actually. I think that's why it was more marvelous that she managed this feat. Well, she fucked herself with a champagne bottle on TV.
On TV?
Yeah.
Wait, on British TV, they will show full penetration of something going into a vagina.
I think it was at an angle and they blurred it a little bit. But
Okay.
But the fact they even showed, and I think because there was a separate channel that filmed it 24/7. There are some videos out there somewhere. I don't know to what extent. I can't remember. But I remember seeing that on television and being like a 12-year-old that was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
I did see the story of the woman that did that as well for a porno. It wasn't on but it was corked, and the cork popped, and she thought it would feel good, and it killed her. It ruptured her what is that, the stomach lining.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
That's an absolute lie. I made that up, but I do like your story, which is a real story.
That would be insane though. If she if someone did cork it and it somehow uncorked inside, and that would be crazy.
Can I tell you
that needs to
that
happen.
I have become an old woman recently?
Oh yeah, do tell.
Yeah,
I'm sure this goes.
It's because I've started watching I've been following stupid shit on Instagram that I think old women follow, like this woman here. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right.
What the
this
fuck
woman
is this?
She runs a deep cleaning service, and she videos the state of people's.
Wait, is this what's her face, Katarina? Ora Katarina?
Alone, an elderly woman. It's so damp in here that the paper peels off with ease. The resident sadly struggles with her physical and mental health. Her bedroom's freezing cold, infested with spiders and covered in mold. Basically, she can't tackle this mess herself. And professional help for a clean on this scale costs money that she doesn't have. So she's been stuck living like this for years. As I said before, no one deserves to live like this. So we travelled all the way to Newcastle, and now we're cleaning it for free. Best believe I'm starting by removing all the caca. Of
course, it's in the UK.
We may have cleared.
What are you trying to say? Okay, because I've seen plenty of shitholes over there. Okay,
I know,
motherfucker. You what?
But I mean,
it would be cool to do the mushroom-based eco-burial called the mushroom death suit or infinity burial suit.
Yes.
Where your suit's just made with psilocybin spores embedded in it. One last trip.
Yeah, I think that's very cool. I don't like what I don't like about being buried is the idea, and it's not that big of a deal, but I think about my parents. They both died, and when they were buried, and I'm just kind of like, probably 4 months after they died or whatever, there was there's probably bugs now that just got to my dad's colon, and they're eating his colon, and they're eating his eyeball right now, and it's not like I think about it every day and stuff, but it's just like, I don't even think that could be.
I don't really like the whole burial thing, like just being buried.
No.
Like, I don't like that.
No, nor do I. But anyway, I started following this lady, and it's disgusting. And I guess it brings me some.
No, you are a middle-aged lady for watching this. I will tell you that. You definitely have reached your middle-aged lady era. No, these kind of videos are really taking off. I think Scrub Daddy like sponsor all these kind of people, right? And there's one on YouTube that you probably love even more. Her name's Ore Katarina or something. She went very, very viral because she does houses way worse than any of these. And really? I think she's from Hungary, or she's either Hungary or Romania or something. I can't remember which one, but she's from one or the other. And she does houses for free for depressed people too, constantly on YouTube. And she does it on TikTok and Instagram as well, I believe. And she got like sponsorship with Scrub Daddy when like it wasn't so cool, and then she made it super cool because she was like they went really viral because of her videos as well. But her videos are insane. When I look at stuff like this, it's gross and it's entertaining, but it's also quite sad that sad that there are people who there's a lot of people that live like this. They're shut-ins. People don't know about them. They don't visit them, and we need a better culture of that. Like we need a place. You know what we need? We need a place where depressed people can move in together, right? No, that's a terrible idea. What, depressed people with depressed people?
Well, just so you're with people and you have your own room, your own space and everything. It's not like you have to have roommates, but like, kind of like an old folks home, but for people that are,
You're saying we need not retirement homes, but depressed homes. So you go to a home, you're depressed, and you go to like classes and therapy, and you live with people and you socialize.
You can do all that, but it would also have people come in and clean for you, and they cook for you, and maybe you do have therapy, but they're not there to cure you. Because people live with depression their whole lives. It's not like let's fix you. Some people are just like, this is my baseline, baby. And unless there's a new drug that comes along, this is what it's going to be. And those people are just as valid as anyone else that could be contributing and offering their magic to the world. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it because I'm like, this woman that we just looked at, she lived alone. This old woman lived alone, and she lived in that filth. And she was, I guess, just too depressed to do anything about it. And, you know, I don't know. I think we are going to be looked at in 1,000 years if mankind survives and go. And you know, you go to these places like, you know, Old Town San Diego, and it's like, can you believe that's how they did dentistry in the 1800s? That's barbaric and all that. People are going to be looking at us easily in 1,000 years and go, can you believe that this is how people treat each other and how we let people get
like this.
Yeah,
but I feel like a lot of the people will say like the responsibility is on the families, but some of these people don't have family, you know, and this is just what happens, and it's very sad. But
no, some of them don't have families. Some of them do have families, but you know, the families. You know, I've had people in my family deal with depression. Everybody wants to help, but you can't fix depression for someone.
No.
Like as much as my mom and dad would struggle with a cousin that was struggling with depression, it wasn't like their love for that person and their anxiety over it. That's not going to heal that person, right? So having something where it's like at least they're not alone, you know.
I agree.
Yeah, Bumbling Bee says some people turn out this way because of their families. That's right.
That's true. You're damn right about that. You're damn right, Bumbling Bee. You're damn right.
Yeah. You're goddamn right. And I hope they burn in hell. A little line. From a
yeah, me too. Me too. That's beautiful. I love that about life. So you already mentioned this other thing. One last thing I'll say on this though. If you watch the Katerina woman on YouTube, she does like while she's doing the house, and it could be like a 25-minute video, and it's so satisfying to watch. But she tells like the whole story of these people and why they've struggled, and it's sometimes very depressing. She doesn't do that every single time, but on some where it's like they really, 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 really need help, she's like, you know, I'm going to tell you their story. It's very depressing.
Very sad.
But you mentioned the festival. You know, bearing in mind, by the way, I think it's very important to say, you know, you've heard of Wales, right? And I mean, you know, the place, not the mammal.
The place? Oh, yes.
Not the mammal. You know, well, it's not known for much other than heroin, some valleys, and a lot of sheep shagging. But let me tell you, they have outdone themselves, Jaffe. They have really outdone themselves. I'm guessing you've seen some of the...
I don't know.
You haven't seen this festival in Wales?
I don't know what it's called.
They've had a family festival, so you bring the whole family, and it's called High Octane Family Fest.
Never heard of it.
Okay. So most families left after about 20 minutes, and bear in mind this is a festival. There was one woman who did stay for 15 minutes, but it's being called like the Welsh version of the Willy Wonka fiasco.
Oh shit! I must see.
So remember that Glasgow experience, or I'm sure everyone does, with the Willy Wonka experience, with the sad bouncy castle and the AI generated nonsense everywhere.
Yeah, and the little Oompa Loompa looking all depressed, standing there in front of the drink station.
Yeah, well, Wales, they topped that. They topped it. Let me see if I can pull up some of the stuff. I think my link's not broken. It worked. Okay, but apparently it was so bad. And it's like, I think it was a multi-day festival, but everyone just decided to leave. It was miserable. I think this is some attendees paid upwards of it's only £30 to enter though.
Okay, you're not sharing your screen.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up some pictures. I'm just pulling them up.
Okay.
But I don't know how do you think this happens though while I'm pulling all these up? How do you think it happens with like these events?
It's exactly the same way it happens with Trump, which is with Trump's Great American State Fair, which happened this weekend, that was ill-attended and poorly planned. You have a guy who is charismatic and he can sell people on things, but he doesn't have follow through and he doesn't know enough to surround himself with people that aren't yes men. And so they kind of throw it together and you get what you fucking deserve. And so that's my guess. Like, even though I'm not a details guy, if I ran a festival, Even like, look, man, I give Tech a hard time about the way he produced the haunted hotel thing, right? But that's just not what he does well. But I didn't know that at the time, and he kind of sold me on it, and I'm like, but I knew from the get-go, I'm not going to produce this thing. I need somebody that crosses the T's and dots the I's and all this shit. And that's just not Tech, at least not when it came to that. And so my point is that I know what it's like to be the guy with the ideas, but I've learned that you've got to surround yourself. Well, you got to surround yourself with people that complement what you bring. Otherwise, you're fucked. So that's why I think it goes badly.
This video has been taken down, I think. That is so late. Okay, let me just put these pictures instead. Yeah.
Yeah, show us some pictures.
There's some pictures on here, but the video is not accessible anymore for some reason. I'm sure I'll find one for you, and I'll pull it up maybe tomorrow, because it was apparently very embarrassing. But let me just share my screen here.
I don't think I knew you back then. Anna G said you should have let me produce. I probably didn't know who you were.
Probably didn't. Why is it so blurry, though? Is that normal? Or is it just a bad photo? But,
okay, I mean, this looks better. This looks better than Wonka Fest.
It does look a bit better. But apparently everyone just went in and turned around and went home. But apparently there was just lines like this all the way in.
Yeah.
And it was just like this for hours. And then as soon as people got in, I guess that's all the pictures.
It looks fine. What's wrong with it?
Well, I saw the video earlier, and when they looked around, it did look really depressing. And the video just showed everyone leaving. And like they'd come in, they'd walk around, and then they'd be like leaving, and everyone just looked really mad, and it looked like there was nothing going on. Like it's just it was like an event that was poorly planned. It didn't have like any like good musicians, I guess.
Well, that is Wales. Wales can be forgiven because it's, compared to the United States, a small country, right?
It's Wales.
Look up Great American Fair pictures.
Is that the Trump fair you're talking about?
Type Trump Great American Fair. That was this weekend.
I'll go for a video. I'll go for a video.
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
I want to see a video. So I'm trying to find one.
Disturbing. It's sad.
Okay,
Although
I'm pulling it up. I got a video. I have no idea what they're about to show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I don't know what to do. I don't think it's playing through my sound. Oh, it's not playing through my sound. That's annoying.
I hear it.
Yeah, you can hear it. They can't. I can fix it real quick.
The longest lines to
There we go. Now it's going through.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime event.
Love seeing the state representation.
You guys have each and every state in the United States.
This really increases my pride.
You've got to take a ride on the Ferris wheel because it's really cool, like the London Eye.
What?
Making all the states we can walk through.
Florida has the longest lines to get in.
I got a menu from
what?
Georgia Waffle House.
The Montana booth.
Okay, is this a joke? Okay, because this video, right, is like they're trying to paint it in like a really positive way, like, oh guys, this is so cool, and then like,
yeah,
and then like,
you're watching the BBC's reporting, right? I mean,
they suck. They suck.
This is how paltry it was. If you look at my screen,
but even just looking at this and having the people explain it, it's like they're explaining these things as if they're amazing, but they're not, and they're just interviewing random people that are just so thrilled apparently, but I don't see the thrill.
Well, let me show you my screen real quick just to show you what, again, everything's selective, right? So I don't know what's been, put out there to push an agenda or anything like that. But I mean, these are the pictures I was seeing over the weekend.
I mean, that's, that's what we were seeing in the video, the same place.
Like no one is there. Like it's like, if you go to the San Diego Fair, which is happening right now, it's just like a mass of humanity. You can't fucking move.
Yeah.
And this is like no one showed up for this thing. And then the booths apparently were shoddily put together.
Oh, they look good, yeah.
Like if you go into a booth, this is America. Right? This is not. This is
and
not.
This is for the 250th birthday of America, right?
This looks like something when my kids were in 6th grade and they would like, here's my presentation on Kentucky.
It is pretty rough.
And it's just junk, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? But you know, that's what you get, I suppose. That's what you get.
I think this video gives it a fair.
Florida has the
Look, you can see how terrible it is. Like, look at these little. There's like a little putt store, little putt.
See.
Out of Georgia, Waffle House.
The Montana booth.
It does look empty though.
First Tyrannosaurus Rex was discovered
Look at
in
this.
Montana, so I thought that was cool.
They have, I guess they have like little interactive things. So there's one where they can pretend they're finding, I don't know, gold or whatever the fuck that was, dinosaur bones.
That was fossils and
fossils,
stuff. Yeah,
archaeological shit. Yeah.
And there's some good food options too.
Corn dogs is where we're going.
We're not leaving without a
because that's America.
People like think of Texas.
Okay, they do have a really tiny little pony or a Shetland horse or whatever the hell this is. So that's cute.
Oh, they're saying you can't see the. They're saying they can't see the video.
You can't see the. I can see it on the screen. Oh shit.
First Tyrannosaurus Rex was discovered in Montana, so I thought that was cool. And there's some good food options too.
Corn dogs is where we're going.
Okay, this horse.
Because that's America.
To be fair, I'm the kind of person that if I saw these two little horses, I'd be thrilled. These two little horses would do it for me. I'd be like, wow, this is what America's about, baby. This is what America's about. No, obviously, obviously I'm kidding. Obviously I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but they are so cute. Come on now. Come on now.
Absolutely.
This is probably the best thing about the whole fair, to be fair.
This when I think of America. America's like a lot more diverse than like you kind of see from the outside.
I think it's trying to get everybody together and do what we need to do to bring folks together.
It does look dead.
Presidents come and go. I think the country deserves a celebration, and I think this is just a really great way, and it's been done so well.
A live painting, I guess.
One day, our grandchildren to be able to say, "Gee, Father and Gemma were there on that day."
Oh yeah, they were there on this day, guys. Doesn't it look amazing?
Yeah, who gives a shit, man? I mean, come on.
Okay, that's not one for the history books, I will say. I don't think so.
It is not. It is not.
I can agree with you on that.
What it means to be an American in 2020.
I can agree with you on that. Well, I mean, I don't know, how special was it really supposed to be? Didn't he have a wrestling match or some shit? Or was that another event? That might have been another event.
Yes, no, he had the UFC thing going on a couple weeks ago, on the White House lawn. Is what it was, and that was pretty pathetic as well. I mean, it's just the guy's I don't want to. We said we wouldn't talk politics. Let's not talk politics, but you know how I feel about him. You know how I fucking feel about him. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll goddamn say. But I'm looking up. I'm actually looking up images of like the San Diego Fair, just to show you, comparatively speaking.
Let's have a look. I'm sure it's glorious.
Well, there's just a lot. I mean, that's people, and it's a huge location, and it's well produced, and there's rides and games and food, and
there's just more going on.
Yeah, it's a well produced thing, and you're like, you're Donald Trump. You run the country. You can't put together a goddamn fair that people like. What the fuck? You can't put together an attack on Iran that works anyway.
Yeah,
no politics.
just yeah. I mean, he said he's gonna just wipe it out at this point. I'm pretty sure I saw in the news.
I am torn. Tech is actually going to live stream
really
this weekend, and part of me is like, I need to go live stream too at the fair with Tech.
He said you weren't going, and I was like, there's no way.
Well, like if you and I do it, and we do it on our channel, and then I'm thinking about it.
We could do that, right? We could do that.
Yeah, I'm
have a real fun day of it.
By the way, so our new schedule starts on
July 1st,
which is what, Wednesday?
2 days from now. Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Okay, so
Wednesday.
Yeah, so this show will then move to 10:30 California time.
Yeah,
I believe that's correct, right?
Have you got a little more time after the show tomorrow, so we can plan our first big show in the new time slot?
I do. Now, I will not be here a week from today because I'm driving to the cabin in Utah.
Yeah.
But I'll be once I'm there, I'll be doing the show from there.
That's fine.
Yeah, but let's definitely figure that out. But I do wonder how our new schedule will do with this show and the other shows and all that stuff. Pastor King says it's.
I think it'll be all right.
Yeah, Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like we're going to be honest, Jack. We have to be honest with the people. I feel like me and you haven't put in what we know we could put into the show because we felt very disheartened. We're just going to be honest because we're honest guys. And if you don't like that, that's fine. But we're honest guys.
Sure. I mean, in terms of production value, you're right. But in terms of, we do try to bring good stories and everything.
Oh, of course.
But yes, I am excited to try that new time slot and see how it goes.
I think there's a lot we can offer the people. I think there's a lot we can offer that time. And I think we can really be like because Cafe is kind of a nice morning wake up show. And historically, there's not really been many good shows from there onwards. I mean, a lot of the time. There's been an issue with 10 a.m. for not this month, especially. I think they've had people have been really crying about the 10 a.m. time slot and before that and after that. A lot recently.
Yeah. See what happens.
So I think this huge shakeup's going to be good.
Vertucci, I'm with you, buddy. He says, I'm so sick of the moving around. You don't see ABC or NBC moving slots. Yeah. I agree with that, but this one
needs to happen.
We can't compete against Queens. We're just a very different kind of show, and it's not worth putting the effort in. I know it sounds terrible, but that's
it does sound terrible, but it's the truth.
You got to motivate people.
Why do you want to put out your best work when you're being squashed by such a huge giant? Because and also the natural order of the redirect of the A circuit. That you feel like you would be doing such hard work and not having as many people see it as possible. It just feels very sad. It feels very disheartening.
Very sad. About sad, but it feels disheartening. I don't get sad about it.
I get very miserable, Jaffe. I cry every night, and I wiggle around and I smash my head against the. No, I don't. I'm kidding. Yeah. YouTube. Yeah. No, but I'm excited for new happy times.
We'll give it a shot.
July 1st.
Do we need an intern? Do we need a third person to bounce off?
I think we just start our July 1st, then we can decide that after a week.
Okay.
I'd be open to it, but I say let's get into the new time slot, see how we fare, and then we'll decide that in a week, and we'll try and grab someone. So I'm sure we can find someone pretty decent if we can grab an intern. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think you and I are so polite with one another that maybe we need somebody that we can kind of
to be an asshole.
Just get a little drama.
That's the thing. This is what Pasture says. Just have guests. I think guests are great too. I love the idea of guests.
I'm down with guests. I
prefer to have guests on, but it's we have to try and incentivize in some form having guests on the show. And having people up to talk and engage in conversations. And
you mean when people from our Discord call in, or you mean reaching out to someone and saying, "Can you come on our show as a guest?"
Oh, both. Absolutely,
both. No one calls in. We have call-ins on the Discord. Nobody does it.
I know, it's such a shame because I feel like here's the thing. I feel like we need to advertise this better moving forward in the new time slot. I feel like people can come on and they can have their own story, or they have an anecdote from their life that's crazy and they want to just tell a story and have us ask them questions and have it be an interesting conversation. I think we should invite that. I would like that a lot. We had that Dan guy up the other day and he told us about the friends that were in the room with him. That was great. And he gets a lot of shit for being an idiot in the Discord, but that was a pretty good conversation.
I think she's joking. Bumbling B says, when I say look like one, you hate call-ins, Jaffe. I'm assuming you're kidding. I love call-ins. I fucking love.
He gets in trouble for loving them. Or he did it on Madhouse anyway a few times, I think.
But yeah, there's no doubt it's disheartening. And I hate to complain about it all the time. Here's how my brain works. I do the show. I love doing the show. I don't pay attention to numbers. It's not on my screen. But as the show starts to wind down, I glance over at YouTube and I go, okay, and again, this is not me complaining. This is me sharing. I love that you guys are here. Thank you so much for supporting our show. But we have 101 people watching this right now. And I go over to Queens and Queens has 1,530 people watching this fucking show, their fucking show. Now, one could argue it's a much better show and it deserves that, and that's fine. That's fine. But I struggle to know why that show does as well as it does.
Five newbies, dude. That's like a whole constellation, man.
Thank you, Willie.
You're goddamn right.
Appreciate
Thank you so
Willie.
much, Willie.
We really do
very
appreciate
much
that.
appreciate it, Willie the Fridge. Can you wreck Queens and start tea with Mike? No, because I mean that's what I'm saying. That's the point. It may just be, that Locale Network is not a place for this kind of show. It may have nothing to do with, oh, Queens is better or not better. If the only way to really make hay here is to, create that drama and let's go up against Queen. I'm fucking 55 years old, man. I don't give a fuck. I'm just like, why the fuck do I give a shit about doing that? I just want to put on a good show and have it rewarded. That's it.
Energy, you will absolutely call in and you will love it. And you will call in July 1st about the new happy time that we're at. Okay.
Well, yeah, Anna G says I'll never call into the show again. Look,
lies.
I'm not saying Anna G's amazing. Anna G keeps a lot of this shit on the rails. But if you call in and you know, a lot of times people will call in. I'm like, hey, thanks for calling. What's up? Oh, I don't know.
Hi, how are you? I'm a fan.
Why the fuck are you calling then?
Oh no, I agree with you there. I do agree with you. I think if you're going to call in, think of the most interesting thing that's ever happened to you, whether it be weird, strange, or just, and come on and say, I've got something I want to talk about.
Yeah, or germane to what we're talking about, right? Oh, I went to the Great American Fair. It was shit, or it was amazing, or whatever. It doesn't have to be weird. It's just got to be relevant.
Yeah,
to our
I just think
conversation.
that's the point, right? It's just be relevant or be Split Fries. You can be a fucking mod in the Discord right now.
Well, no, you can't. But you can't call in unless you're in the Discord.
Yeah, you have to join the Discord, Split Fries. Okay.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, anyway, listen. Do we like in the chat? Because we'll try to never go back to politics. I was not an asshole to you, Anna G. I adore you. What are you talking about? We'll try to not go back to politics ever on Crypt.
I just think it's very divisive. I think we get a lot of angry people in the chat for almost hardly any reasons. I don't see an issue in arguing over politics like that and being that toxic.
But do you think people like the weird stories more?
I think people love the weird, the stuff they haven't heard about, the stuff that the regular news ain't gonna tell them. I think they like the creative, weird stuff. I think politics is only good when it serves like a purpose that is like when there's a lot to the conversation to be had, or that's very current, like very current affairs, very. Just like a potent thing that's happening in our lives. Like maybe like let's say if Trump said tomorrow, oh, we are going to blow Iran up, then we'd probably talk about it. I just feel like the smaller stuff maybe not, but the bigger stuff absolutely we can do that.
Okay, all right.
Does that make sense?
It does, and I'm looking at. I have so many more. It was a weekend of weird folks.
We can bring more on tomorrow. On our last show at this time slot.
Yes. So tomorrow will be the last time we are here at this time slot. Next day we go 10:30 California time. I don't know what your math is for that for all you other guys, but 10:30, and we'll be on the A circuit. I don't know who comes before us. I know there's the schedule put somebody before us, and then I asked Tech. I said, you guys would give us a better lead in, frankly. And I said, would you mind going before us? And he says, yeah, let me ask about it.
Okay. Let me pull it up. So you think it's changed since?
No, I don't think it's changed yet. Tech and I were talking last night, and I said, well, if you don't care when you go, I'd love you to go before us because you're going to give us a better lead
before us on ours on the schedule right now.
Yeah. And then Gay would go earlier, but I don't know if that's happening.
Yeah, it says Gay goes at 12 to 1:30, and then Crypt starts at 1:30.
Yeah. Please don't change as you eat. A little drama is okay, but that's not what this show is. We love the weird stories and fun, dumb news. Thank you, Yeet. We appreciate that.
And we're going to stick very much to that. And, there will be the occasional politics, but I think what we need to do is we need to work on our mix of how we blend it.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't start off so morbid in the beginning. We maybe save the morbid for the middle to the end. Maybe.
Keep going.
And we just keep the fresh wacky stuff at the start. We end on some maybe wacky stuff, but in the middle we put all the stuff that's like, not so wacky, more of a serious conversation. You know what I mean? We just think about where we place the stories, sort of thing.
That makes sense.
I think that would work if we make sure we get like the funny, crazy ones out at the start to grip people, and then you can have a bit of a wind down in the middle, and then we get like one more wacky one on the way out, sort of thing.
Got it. Okay, I'm down, and we will. Yeah, let me. Depending on what time it is, thank you for the super chat. I'd be willing to call in weekly, says Trippy. Thank you for that,
awesome.
buddy.
We'd love that. Yeah.
Well, as long as you're interesting.
As long as Jaffe deems you interesting. It's pure. He will be policing this.
No. The audience will let us know.
Yeah, they will.
All right.
Let us know.
Well, I think that's the show.
That is the show.
Sending it over to Alpha?
We are going over to Alpha. We have to go over. It's basically a thing we do. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Unless there's anything you want to say on the way out.
No, thank you guys for hanging out and chatting, and looking forward to seeing you in a new time slot. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time slot.
Yeah.
Be well.
Yeah. All right, guys. See ya. Have a good one. Ciao, ciao.